What is up, YouTube tool tubers of the world? My name is Brad. Welcome to the Workbench. Today we're going to revisit a review I did about a year ago. I reviewed these when I got them new to give you first impressions after 2 weeks, and now here we are a little over a year later. Let's look at them and see how they've held up. If you've been with me for a while, you know that these pliers were maybe my second or third review I ever did on YouTube. And it's been a hell of a ride so far. I've really enjoyed it. But I felt like it's time to go back and look at them, because we always see reviews of people unboxing a tool and then telling you how great it is. But you don't see many reviews of a tool after it's been thoroughly used, abused, and put to the test. These tools have come with me when I worked at the plant as an industrial electrician, and I still currently take them in my tool bag with my job in the oil field. This is just going to be basically how they held up, and as you can see, we do have some rust, some scratches, some dings, so we'll look a little closer at each pair, and we're going to get this shit moving. Go ahead and look at these Quinn Needlenose. Now this is probably what I would consider the best overall value of all the pliers here, because these things were so damn cheap. These were $4. And now you can even get the comfort grips. I'm not a big fan of the comfort grip, and these dipped handles, they do hold on. Now if you really tug on them, they'll slip right off, but a little super glue would take care of that. Again, we're talking $4 pliers here. You can see there is quite a bit of rust on them, or surface rust from scratches and stuff like that. Now, here's the thing about these pliers, and all of these that we're going to look at. They've all rusted. Now, is it because they're just a very cheap plier? Or is it because they're so cheap, I never took the time to take proper care of them? Because when you spend $4 on a pair of pliers, they're going to get the worst of the worst jobs. And that's why I think it's always good to have cheap tools, as well as some quality ones. The squeeze test, which is, I think, a dumb test, because everybody does it on the extra long needle nose pliers. When you got a pair of pliers that long, they're going to have some flex in them. The cutters on these have still held up very well. Some of this steel welding rod, I got it from the plant a long time ago. It's stainless steel, I'm sorry. And we'll show you that the cutters are still holding up pretty good. Now this is some beefy shit, so it's going to take some extra force. But I also got a little more practical application. This is like 14 gauge copper, and it's just going to cut right through that every time. So that's how the Quinn Needlenose have held up. A little bit of rust on the outside. All tools are going to get some surface rust, some scratches, some dings, but I've been very happy with them. Best value of the lot, in my opinion. Doyle channel locks I got basically purely for testing purposes. And I got a lot of flack for buying these, because everybody's like, well, hell, man, for $1 more, you can get USA-made channel locks. No, you can't. Maybe in the smaller sizes, they're pretty close to price, and even this size is pretty close to price. But when you look at the big 20-inch ones and the 6-inch jaw capacity, the Doyles are quite a bit cheaper. I'll try to flash up some numbers. And I want to bring this to everybody's attention again. Just because you're well off doesn't mean everybody else is. I hate it when I see people say, look at these nice affordable pliers. They're only $80 a piece. Yeah, that might be affordable to you, but that's not affordable to everybody. Granted, right now, I'm in a pretty good place in my life to where I can afford a little bit nicer tools. Probably why you haven't seen as much Harbor Freight videos. But we've all been there to where, an extra $3 or $4 means something to you. If you haven't been to that spot in your life before, it's going to give you a whole new outlook. But anyways, we're going on a rant. These Doyle channel locks, I used them at the plant. But when I went to the oil field, they kind of got tossed into my home toolbox and never got brought out. The grips have held up fairly well, although they have got some damage, some cuts. Right there you can see. They do got that nice play in them, which is good if they do get rusty. Now, these don't have as much rust because, like I said, these kind of got stuck at home, so they didn't get to see as much use. They did everything I asked them to do. They never slipped on me. Much better than the actual Pittsburgh ones. I do agree that if you're going to buy the smaller ones, or if you have a few more dollars to spend, if you're in that position, yes, channel locks are a better buy. But if you're getting the super big ones, you know, the 16 inches or the 20 inches, the Doyles definitely will save you some money. I think they're maybe 15, 20 bucks cheaper. Now we're going to look at what I consider out all of these to be my favorite, absolutely most used pliers Harbor Freight sells. And what we got here are the Doyle side cutters, dikes, whatever you want to call them. Now, these were pretty pricey. These are $15, right? And compared to these other ones I got that were $4 that were Quinn's. But what I love about these, and I try to tell everybody just to try them because they'll change your life, is that little 15-degree angled head. It's basically like a nice little set of flush cutting pliers. They've got the same amount of rust on them as all the other ones. These have been used more than any other pair of pliers I bought. I'm telling you, that angled head is just amazing. They still cut very good. Now that is easy cutting. Should I even cut this? And granted, like I said, these are my most used pliers. Used over a year and used a lot. $15, you will not find another pair of these angled head on the market for $15. I think Klein sells some. Southwire might have some now, but you're looking at 25 to 40 bucks, I think, for the angled heads. But I'm telling you guys, I can't preach this enough. Just try them. Go to Harbor Freight, spend $15, take your little 20% off coupon out in there or whatever, and get a few dollars off. By the way, every time I let somebody use these, they automatically think they're Klein's. Alright guys, so in conclusion, would I buy these again? The dikes all day, every day, and I still highly recommend them. Make sure you get the angled ones because they sell the straight and the angled. In my opinion, these are the way to go. Needlenose at $4. Good quality. Haven't had a single issue with them. The Doyle channel locks, that's a gray area. Because, yes, if you got a few more dollars to spend, just go out and get your channel locks. They're a good known name brand. They're American made. But for those of y'all having to pinch every penny, and it happens in life, there's nothing to be ashamed of. If you're going to work and you're getting your bills paid, don't be ashamed if this is the best you can afford. Because there's nothing wrong with these. They will get the job done. So, that was our 1 year recap. I hope this kind of let y'all see what to expect if you do go out and buy some Doyle pliers. And, as always, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button down there, and I'll holler at y'all next time. Peace! Fuck, it's hot.